Welcome to this week's 5 Minutes of Revelation, and today in those 5 minutes I want to encourage you with a great verse from Psalms 55. We've already talked about this verse before, but it's such a great and important verse that I wanted to talk to you about it again. And that's verse 22, because here it says, "Cast your burden, cast your cares and your worries on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved or to stumble and fall." So God is telling you, cast your worries, cast your cares on me, because then I will never permit the righteous to stumble and fall. And you are the righteousness of God. The moment you receive Jesus Christ into your life, you gave Him your life, you became the righteousness of God, because it's not by works, it's by you receiving His gift. And you, as righteous one, you should not tolerate any cares, any worries, any anxieties in your life. And as soon as they come up, you should always cast them on God, because in the wrong hands, in your hands, those worries, those cares are very dangerous. See, because your enemy, the devil, the destroyer, designed those cares to get a hold in your life. They are not from God, they are from your enemy. And when you let them into your life, he gets a foothold in your life. And in that area, he can start destroying you. So, you need to be aware of that, and you need to be ready to cast your cares on God as soon as they come up, and not give the devil a foothold in your life. See, because nowadays many people think that it's just ignorant and it's just silly to not be worried about anything. Okay, maybe you don't need to worry about the weather, but you should worry about your kids. You should at least worry about your finances. You should at least worry about school, education. You should at least worry about your workplace. There are certain things that you're just a fool if you don't worry about it. And that's the mentality nowadays. But with reading this verse, can you see how perverted this is? Can you see how the devil has his foothold there in many people's lives? And you shouldn't allow that any longer. You don't need to worry about your kids. You don't need to worry about your job, about your finances, about the economy, about the weather. You shouldn't worry about anything. See, because worry, it's like a big heavy rock on you. And when you worry, it's wearing you down, it's crushing you, it's not giving you any room to live and to enjoy life. But you can also take this heavy rock and give it to God, because He's Almighty and He knows how to turn this worry into blessing. But as long as you have it in your hands, God cannot do anything about it. So you have to deal with it. You have to worry about it. You have to take care of it. But if you give it to God, now He's the one taking care of this rock, and He will turn it into blessing, and He will turn it into good things for you. But it's your choice. Are you willing to give it to God, or do you want to take care of it yourself? Can you see how serious this is? How stupid it is of many people to keep worrying and to think they have to worry because, well, it's just stupid not to. Instead, they could give their worries to God, and He can turn it into blessing. So the next time you're tempted to worry about your kids or whatever else it is, let's just say you're tempted to worry about your kids, you need to know that the moment you're worried about them getting hurt, God is not able to fully protect them anymore, because now you've taken the care, the worry of your kids. Now it's your responsibility to protect them, because God cannot do it anymore. You took it from Him. So now the devil has a foothold in this area, and he can start destroying. Whereas if a worried thought comes up and you think, well, maybe my kids are in danger, you can right away say, wait a minute, I give this worry to God. God, you deal with it. I know they're protected. I know they're blessed, and I don't worry about it any longer. Right then, God can take fully care of your kids, and they will be unharmed. They will be protected, because now it's in His hands, and whatever He does, whatever He touches, it's blessed, it's good, it's full of life, full of peace, full of joy, full of all good things, because God is simply good. Can you see how serious this is? Can you see where maybe in your life you have worried about things that you should have given to God a long time ago? Well, today is the time you can change this, and you can say, well, right here and right now, God, I give you my worries, I give you my fears, I give you my anxieties. You deal with it, I don't want to and I cannot deal with it. And then you can see how He turns into blessing and how He's finally able to bless you in all those areas too. And the next time a worried thought comes up, cast it on God. If the same thought comes up the next minute, cast it on God. If it comes up again, cast it on God every time it comes. And you will see they will stop coming so frequently until they just won't be there anymore, and you're so secure in that God is with you, that God is protecting you, that God is taking this care, that you won't care about it anymore. So take this with you. Be blessed by that. Never forget to always cast your cares and your fears on God. And I will see you again next week.